from the depths of Silent Hill and straight into the palm of your hand. Today we're unboxing Nendoroid Red Pyramid Thing. Red Pyramid Thing, commonly known as Pyramid Head, is a humanoid monster introduced in Silent Hill 2. His iconic red, triangular helmet and butcher's smock are modeled after the town's historical eliminators, who served under the cult that worshipped Valtiel, the Angel of Rebirth. As a manifestation of punishment and judgment, Pyramid Head exists solely to reflect and enforce James Sunderland's guilt. Before the events of the game, James and his terminally ill wife, Mary, visited Silent Hill on a brief vacation.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. I'm alone there now, in our special place.
At the Silent Hill Historical Society, James saw a haunting painting titled Misty Day, Remains of the Judgment, which depicted an eliminator standing among meat suits. The image lingered in his mind. As Mary's condition worsened, she became emotionally unstable and verbally abusive. In a moment of despair, James ended her with a pillow, motivated by both mercy and resentment. He suppressed the memory and believed Mary succumbed to her illness 3 years prior. In truth, her passing had happened recently, just before he received a mysterious letter, supposedly from her, calling him back to Silent Hill.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. It's ridiculous. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago.
Haunted and confused, James returned to the town, which soon twisted itself into a surreal nightmare, shaped by his psyche. In the Woodside Apartments, he encountered Pyramid Head for the first time, watching the creature overpower and end mannequin monsters, female-shaped beings symbolizing James's repressed desire. When confronted by Pyramid Head, James fought back, but the creature disappeared when an air raid siren blared. During this phase, James also met Angela Orozco, a troubled young woman dealing with troubled upbringing.
I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah. Looking for Silent Hill? Is this the right way?
And Eddie Dombrowski, an insecure man growing increasingly violent. Alongside Angela and Eddie, James also encounters Laura, a young girl who had a close bond with Mary during her time in the hospital.
It was you, wasn't it? What's a little girl like you doing here anyway?
I don't know. What's a big dum-dum like you doing here anyway?
Unlike the others, Laura is not haunted by personal demons and does not see the twisted manifestations of Silent Hill, highlighting her innocence and further emphasizing the weight of James's guilt. Pyramid Head relentlessly followed James through his journey. At Brookhaven Hospital, he pursued James and Maria, a mysterious woman who resembled Mary but had a different demeanor.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
I can't believe it. Your face, your voice, you could be...
My name is Maria.
Though James escaped, Maria was ended. She inexplicably reappeared later in the town's underground labyrinth, where her personality fluctuated between herself and Mary.
Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? All you care about is that dead wife of yours.
Pyramid Head lingered in this realm, always watching, and Maria was once again ended, reinforcing her role as part of James's punishment. James's final confrontation with Pyramid Head occurred at the Lakeview Hotel. After watching a videotape confirming that he had ended Mary, he faced 2 Pyramid Heads, his guilt now made fully manifest. One of them ended Maria yet again. Realizing they were creations of his own subconscious, born from a need to be punished, James acknowledged the truth. With their role complete, both Pyramid Heads ended themselves with their spears. Freed from their judgment, James was left to face the consequences of his actions and choose how to move on. Nendoroid Red Pyramid Thing was released in January 2025, priced at 6,900 yen, or around 48 US dollars. This eerie little figure is officially licensed by Konami Digital Entertainment, sculpted by Shichibi Matsuda Model, with production support from Nendoroid. It also holds the honor of being the very first Nendoroid from Silent Hill 2. But as of the time I'm making this video, there's still no news on whether we'll see any other characters from that game in Nendoroid form. Now here's something strange. If you head over to Amazon hoping to grab this Nendoroid, you'll come up empty-handed. You can find the Figma, the statue, and even the plushie version, but the Nendoroid, nowhere to be found. Even Good Smile Company's official Amazon store doesn't have it listed. That's a mystery. But over on eBay, it's a different story. There are tons of listings, and since this Nendoroid is still fresh out of the factory, there aren't any bootlegs yet. The lowest price I found was $42 from Good Smile US, and at least 4 people have already picked one up. But then, there's someone who's trying to sell it for a jaw-dropping $170. For a brand new Nendoroid, that price makes 0 sense. Meanwhile, over on Tokopedia, it's surprising how few sellers are offering this Nendoroid. The cheapest readily available listing is priced at around 50 US dollars. It comes from a well-known hobby shop that sources its Nendoroids directly from Japan, ensuring authenticity. On the higher end, the most expensive listing is only 55 US dollars, which is a far more reasonable price gap compared to the wild fluctuations on eBay. So for collectors in Indonesia, you're in a pretty fortunate spot. Before we dive into unboxing Nendoroid Red Pyramid Thing, let's take a moment to look at the packaging. Now, although at the time of this recording, there haven't been any known bootlegs of this Nendoroid, it's still something to watch out for. That's why I'll show you how to tell if you've got a genuine product. Unlike most Nendoroids, Pyramid Head comes in packaging with a much darker, grittier design. The heavy textures give it an unmistakable horror vibe. The official Good Smile Company logo is your first sign that it's authentic, located clearly in the top right corner. On the opposite side, top left, you'll find the Silent Hill 2 logo. Even though this is an official product, this Nendoroid doesn't come with the usual authenticity sticker near the large number 2572. This often throws off new collectors, since bootlegs also lack the sticker. But here's an easy way to check. Look at the sealing tape. If it's round, that's a good sign. Bootlegs always use long, rectangular tape instead, so if yours has round sealing tape, you have the real one. Once you take him out of the box, you'll notice a background insert inside. Unfortunately, it doesn't feature a printed scene. The Nendoroid stand is glued onto this insert, so make sure to peel it off gently. Looking at the blister pack, the figure and parts are securely locked in, so much so that even if you flip it upside down, nothing will fall out. Red Pyramid Thing is carefully wrapped to protect the paint, especially around the waist, arms, and neck. His accessories include 2 weapon-holding arms, 1 clenched fist arm, 1 bent leg, a spear, the iconic great knife, 1 spare joint, and of course, a stand. You'll also find a manual booklet included. A closer look at the figure shows impressive accuracy, from the jagged shape and oxidized tones of his helmet to the pale, unsettling skin and the sculpting on his butcher smock. As for articulation, his neck has limited movement because of the size and weight of the helmet. He can tilt his head down quite a bit, but looking up is very restricted. When turning side to side, the flesh at the back of his neck can get in the way. Be careful. Don't force him into positions he wasn't meant to hold. If you remove the head, you'll find the neck joint inside. That's what lets him nod. You'll also see a small hole there. We'll get to that in a bit. A closer look at the figure shows impressive accuracy, from the jagged shape and oxidized tones of his helmet. There's even a spike sculpted at the back of his neck. The smock has great detailing too, especially on the back, where a pair of silver straps hold the fabric in place across his shoulders. Around the waist, there are sculpted drawstrings that make it look properly fitted. On the front, you'll see another set of silver straps. His arms can swing forward and backward, and the legs attach to the pelvis with ball joints. While the legs don't bend, the joints let them rotate slightly, enough to give the illusion of walking. You can separate the upper and lower body, and when you remove the legs, you'll see the inner Y-shaped pelvis structure. The great knife has a cracked texture with red paint, giving it a gory look. The back of the blade also has some red on it. At first glance, it might seem flat or plain, but according to Silent Hill lore, the weapon is designed to be one half of a massive pair of scissors. To equip the great knife, use the rectangular fist hand. Slide the handle into the grip and attach the arm to the body. Make sure to angle it so it looks like he's dragging the blade, just like in the game. For the spear, use the circular grip hand. Just slide the spear in. It's pretty simple. The spear comes in two parts, the tip and the handle. If you want to recreate that grim scene where Red Pyramid Thing ended himself, you'll need to separate them. Insert the handle into the hole under his helmet. Be careful, it needs to go in at a very specific angle. For the best look, swap out the default arms for the outstretched ones, and pair them with the open hands to really sell the pose. Handle the parts carefully during assembly. He also comes with a bent leg piece. To use it, just remove the cap, detach the straight leg from the pelvis, and attach the bent one. It gives the impression that he's stepping forward with that slow, heavy movement. Like all Nendoroids, Red Pyramid Thing is fragile if you're not careful. Avoid tilting the head upward too far. It might cause the helmet to rub against the back straps, which can damage the matte finish or scrape off paint. Unfortunately, I made that mistake while filming. You can see some paint wear right here. The same kind of damage can happen if you rotate the head too far sideways. The helmet can rub against the shoulders and cause more scratches. Now you might be wondering, is Red Pyramid Thing worth it? If you're a big fan of Silent Hill 2, then yes, absolutely. He's got a unique look and brings something different to a Nendoroid display. The figure also stands out thanks to the level of sculpted detail. The rust textures, straps, and sculpted fabric all show a lot of care. And the paintwork really shines. From the subtle rusting to the blood effects on the great knife, it's top quality. But if you're not into Silent Hill 2, then this one might not be for you. On top of that, the accessories are pretty minimal. It's a missed opportunity. They could have included a victim mannequin or even a Silent Hill themed background. With the limited accessories, the price might feel a bit high. He only comes with one faceplate, and Good Smile Company could have adjusted the price accordingly. But instead, it's priced slightly above a standard Nendoroid. As of this video's editing, there's been no official news about more Silent Hill 2 Nendoroids. No Bubblehead Nurse, no James Sunderland, no Maria. So Red Pyramid Thing might remain the only one in the lineup. But in the end, it's your decision. Got thoughts, ideas, or requests? Drop a comment below. And if you like this video, don't forget to share and support the channel so I can keep bringing you more awesome content. Before I sign off, let's watch Red Pyramid Thing in action in our special Diorama Showcase segment. As always, I'm Figgy, signing off.
Doesn't matter who I am. See? I'm real.